A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video, but more on that later.
It's really cold. Man, it's only middle of September and it really feels like winter is coming. And I don't feel ready, like at all. It's honestly pretty overwhelming. We woke up this morning and it was like 50 degrees out. And you could see frost places. And it's just kind of like, I feel like we were just feeling the groove of summer. I know it's a little late to feel the groove of summer, but it's been a lot, building and getting everything set up. And now it feels like just right when we found like our feet underneath us, everything's changing again. Not gonna lie, it's like a little bit scary. Just feel like with having Max, I'm looking around and being like, whoa, this is like a small space for a kid who has a lot of energy and who hates shoes and hates hats. And I mean, I'm sure we'll figure out a new rhythm, but it feels like summer's so short here. And I know hopefully we'll still get fall, and that would be really beautiful. Honestly, fall is one of my favorite seasons. But if it just skips fall and goes straight into winter, which is what it feels like in the morning, I'm just gonna have to like really get my head around embracing change once again. The reality is, it's like if I like zoom out on everything that has to be done, it gets like stressful. But when I just think about what has to be done today, it is far more manageable. And today we actually have a lot of really fun things on the agenda. One of them is that we are going to paint this door. The steel on it is exposed, and I feel like we've gotten a bunch of comments being like, why do you guys leave the rust exposed on these containers? Like, you should paint them so that it's like not only like tidy, but also safer, especially with Max walking around and stuff like that. But the thing is, most of these containers, all of the work was done in the winter, and it was too cold to paint. And so now, as like somehow the freezing weather is already approaching, we should get to painting. And so that is on the agenda, is that we're going to paint these doors. Just having my hands here just in case, okay? Go Dada. Go Dada. Go Dada. Can you say Dada? Max, it's a little stinky. We might need to leave. Okay? Yeah. It's a little stinky. Go play in here. The other really big thing that we have that is also making me a little nervous is that with the big trenching project that Lou did to get the wires from the solar panels over there to the containers, the road kind of broke. The trench, when he filled it back in, is kind of like quicksand, and the tractor fell into the hole, broke the tractor. Lou's actually fixing that right now, but it kind of broke the road, and we're really hoping that we can get it fixed before winter, because if we can't, Like right now we've been driving over the edge and it works now, but I feel like when there's snow on the ground and ice on the ground, that seems like a little bit more intense than ideal. So fingers crossed we have a friend who can deliver some gravel today, and then get the road situated. But I mean, it honestly was the only option to get the wires from the panels to the containers. Also, sorry, I'm a little hoarse. We went to Lou's brother's wedding this past weekend, and I was dancing and screaming and having a grand old time. But that's honestly why I think I'm so tired.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So I'm about halfway done with repairing the mess that is our driveway, and now the other front tire went flat. I don't know if it was just too much weight on it, so I'll have to see if I can just inflate it, and if it holds the pressure, then it just like the air just kind of leaked out. But it's kind of a brutal stopping point. There's a pile of dirt blocking our way out right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to leave. And so it's something, you know? I feel like this was actually working pretty well. It's still really squishy in a couple places, but I think over time it will compact. And I think there's just a seep right here with water that like comes out of this hillside. So that's why this area was so squishy. There's another little one here. We just have a lot of like springs and seeps on the property, and I didn't really realize how hard it would be to like backfill and fix the trench I dug. This is the tire that lost all of its air somehow. It doesn't look like it now because I have it off the ground, but when there's weight in there, it was like almost fully flat. That's how far I got. That's the pile of rocks blocking our driveway out. Yeah, good times.
We have nothing in our fridge because we were away for the wedding, like I was saying before. But I'm so cold and I'm like, we need to bake something. What can you bake when you have no supplies? No, I'm just gonna turn this oven on. Ooh, this is what we can do. I gotta make some cookies. It is too chilly. So we have some dates. These honestly aren't my favorite kind of dates. These are the like, this kind. I like the medjool dates better. But I'm going to soak these in some water. And maybe I'll soak, what else do I have? What can we put in these cookies? Maybe some cashews, that's a good idea. The fridge is looking sparse. Maybe this. Lou saved the day and went to the farmer's market. So we've got, oh my gosh, look at these beets. They're amazing. My mood like instantly gets better with vegetables. And I'm just gonna get the cookies done. Look at this. You gotta stir it. There we go. We gotta mix it all up. Yeah, you're doing it. You're gonna stand here. Ready? Yeah. Now. You didn't get any. You gotta scoop it. There you go. This is so good. Yeah. Cookie dough is the best, you're right. Is it good?
Wow.
It smells really good.
It smells so good. Woo. Yum, 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 yum.
So the other big item on the agenda is I think that we might harvest one of the potato plants. I just checked the math and it looks like we planted these plants on July 17th. So that only means it's been 65 days since we planted them. And when I was doing some Googling, it seems like 75 days is like really the earliest you should be taking out potatoes, preferably well over 100 days. But we just got our seeds in too late because we had too much stuff going on. And now it says that if you have the first frost arrive, it can kill all the plants. So we figure we might as well just take out one potato plant. We have so many and kind of like check. Oh my gosh! Hey! What? Oh my gosh, we did it! Wow! Max, look at these beautiful nuggets! Oh my gosh. Wow! Look at that! Max, look! Look, potatoes! There's potatoes in here! There's potatoes in here! Can you believe this? Come see, come see! Look!
Look at all the worms, too.
There's worms! Look, potato! These are big! No, not for eating yet. We gotta cook it. Wow! Oh my gosh. This is such a treat! Yeah, look at that. Uh-huh, another one. They're beautiful. Look at that big one. Wow. They worked. Yeah, we made that. Not for eating yet. Hey. In here. Almost. This one. Wow, let's see. Oh, here's another little one. In the bucket. Let's see if there's any hiding in here. Wow, it's like an Easter egg. Do you want to come see? Wow. That's a potato. Into the bucket. You want to put it back in there? Let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh my gosh, another one. This is the coolest thing ever. Yep, put this one in there. Pretty incredible, right?
From one plant.
Wow.
There would have been so many more.
Yeah, if we could have had enough time.
The $1,000,000 question, will our kale survive the night?
Want to salt that water a little bit?
I got all this garlic for planting.
That's smart. want another one? Oh, an onion. You know I love onions. Thank you. Nice. Now you try. Yeah, mix it up. They're gonna go cook. In a little bit. So dinner is getting started a little bit later than I had expected because I ended up taking a 2-hour nap with Max and I feel like a new person. And yeah, sometimes I think a little sleep is all I need. And now I'm gonna make a little lemon tahini sauce with some fresh dill. We've got lentils cooking, beets in the oven, and our beautiful new potatoes are boiling. And then if we have time though, it's already 7 o'clock, so I don't know if we're gonna have time. I really wanted to make smashed potatoes, but those, you know, gotta boil them and then put them in the oven. So we'll see. Let's see how this tastes. I found a lot more hope after my 2-hour nap. And the road is coming together. The door and window are painted. And it was just honestly like the most beautiful experience to get the potatoes out of the garden. I've never harvested anything like that. Like the lettuce was really special. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But then to actually like pull a plant out of the ground and see that we've grown food for our family, I don't know, it's like a vote of confidence, like that we can do this. And yeah, especially with like the lack of, we didn't have a lot of like any systems in place for the farm this year. It's like just threw some potatoes in the ground and that they actually worked. It's just really, really nice. So it makes me feel like we're gonna survive the winter. That actually there's a whole nother season between summer and winter, and that's fall, and it's gonna be so beautiful. So thanks for bearing with me. Tired mama comes back to life. Max, this is our first potato from the garden. It's a little hot. Wow, it's really good. You can try it? Oopa! Okay. Ready? There you go. You like it? Freya's saying, don't come into my meadow. Wow, the lemon tahini sauce is really good. You turned it off?
Turn it back on.
A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. One of the biggest transformations in our creative journey has been launching our online store, which is something that would have been impossible to imagine even just 10 years ago. Squarespace makes the digital design process easy with elegant templates that allow you to drag and drop your photos and create new pages within minutes. It's a pretty empowering process to get to connect directly with your audience, and seeing how many people all over the world are connecting with our ebooks gives me so much creative fuel to continue dreaming up our new projects. If you'd like to start your own website or online store, head to squarespace.com/wildlyroam for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.